Okay, welcome back, everyone. We're here with Jonathan Kay. He's going to play the Esraj for us a little bit. And the Esraj, he's been learning how to, it comes from India. And he's been learning to play this instrument for the last 12 years now. And only, as Jonathan said, only a handful know how to play the Esraj. It's not an easy instrument. And so that's why this is a treat.
Yeah, thanks, Kat. This is a larger variation or version of the Esraj, which is usually smaller and used in folk music or semi-classical music more commonly, actually. And a guru named Ranidir Roy, who is my guru, Abir Singh Kangura's guru, actually invented this instrument, created a larger version, and he was a maestro of the highest order, and he brought Indian classical raga music onto the Esraj in the most serious of ways, and so I've been learning in that tradition. I'm going to have the accompaniment drone here, which is usually an acoustic instrument. Now it's done on an app, but it's a tanpura. It will be accompanying me. You can hear that in the background. And otherwise, this instrument has 21 strings. It's a bowed instrument. The frets are movable, and so you would move the frets to the positions, and like you can micro tune them accordingly to the raga. And you've got all these sympathetic strings that you tune to the raga as well.
So
So
we didn't go over this what a raga actually is, and a lot of people don't know. Maybe we should discuss that a little bit because as far as I know, raga there's snippets of time, and with the Indian culture, you play certain types of music in the morning versus the evening, and then you said it gets even more specific than that. There's a certain type of music that you play 6:15 p.m. versus 6:30. That that's as far as I understand ragas, but I'm sure you know more.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, the time period isn't as specific as that. It's usually 3 hour windows, and in each kind of 3 hour window in the 24-hour day, there will be certain ragas that suit that time of day. And it's adhered in the tradition that you would only play a raga at that kind of day. So let's say a midnight raga, you need to have a concert at midnight to play that raga. And so, as part of the tradition, they actually have all night concerts. They have concerts, that run from 9 in the evening all the way till 7 in the morning. And artists will perform all night, and the audience, you stay up all night, and you really get entranced with this music, its meditative qualities, and you get to hear the ragas that are in the middle of the night. It's more common to go to a concert in the evening this day and age. So the evening ragas are quite well known, for instance. Morning ragas are very beautiful, but again, you have to be going to a concert in the morning. And so, in the North Indian tradition, this is unique to the North Indian tradition, that the music is based on specific time of day. It's also based on specific seasons, some of the ragas. So there are springtime ragas and a lot of monsoon ragas, a couple winter ragas, a fall raga, and it's a seasonal. So you're looking at, rather than the time cycle of the 24-hour day, you're looking at the time cycle of the year. And so different ragas depict different a different mythos, a different mythological story, a different natural setting, a different psychology. The ragas are all endowed with these types of experiences and qualities, in a way.
But right now it's 10 p.m. in Viv, but in Canada it's almost 3 p.m. Does that mean are you playing like an afternoon raga in this case?
You know what? I'll cut the difference, and I'm going to play a raga of the early evening, which is
Okay,
right in
cool.
between. So-
We'll meet in the middle.
exactly. This raga is called Puriya Dhanashri, and a very beautiful raga of the early evening. Um, I'll play an alap and jor, a little jhala, which is the unaccompanied portion of the music, so it's soloistic music. And then I'll end with a little bit of a vocal composition that I'll play on the instrument. But this I learned from my Guruji in Calcutta, and A quote came up that Debashish brought out in one of his lectures. Debashish Banerji, the chair of East-West Psychology in the program that we met. I just wanted, in case the listeners haven't watched the first part of this interview yet. But Debashish brought out a quote of the mother in one of his recent talks, and it was, "Only when you become conscious of the entire world can you become conscious of the divine." And so this composition it reminded me of this that quote, and I think that's just in terms of a mantra for everybody to consider. This is a one that is very important to me anyway.
Mhm.
But I'll play in that spirit and offer this to you, Kat, and everybody in Ukraine right now.
Oh, thank you. Wow. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much for that.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for having me. It's been a real amazing time spent together and in discussion and in meditation and music and absolutely.
Definitely. Definitely. Thank you. I was like, it's like a private concert. This is so great.
Well, once the spirit of the music takes over it, it's hard to determine what's going to happen next. So I played a little longer than I intended, but I hope that's okay.
That's okay. That's okay. And you said there's only 3 people that play the Esraj on stage in the world?
Well, there's 3 gurus of this instrument. 2 of them, I mean, 3 main ones that I know of for sure. The center of this instrument is in Santiniketan, which you've been
Mhm,
to, and that's where my guru Abir Singh Kangura lives.
mhm,
And there's a couple other gurus at the university there of Esraj. And there's a lot of people that play the smaller version, but these 3 specific professors are the main ones who teach and are carrying on the tradition of the bigger instrument. And they have a handful of students, some of whom are students still learning, and some of whom would perform on certain stages as well. But there's really not that many people in the world at all, just a handful that would be performing this instrument on a professional stage. So it is a rare instrument.
beautiful. Thank you for that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So hopefully there are Ukrainians that, or there are other people in the world that get to listen to it. Okay, so
Yes.
I'm gonna turn
All
off recording for now. Thank
okay.
you,
Perfect.
Jonathan. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.